This is our question asked in today's Skill Track Daily Challenge. There are three conditions given for the game. The game always starts from the last character, and if both the characters in the string 1 and string 2 at the same position are either vowels or consonants, we have to move either up or down, or else we have to travel in the left direction in the same string. And the last condition is the game ends when there is no character to traverse in S1 and S2. So let us see our sample input 1. So these are the given input strings, and as given in the question, first we have to start from the last character. So T and G. So when we compare this, both are consonants. So we are traveling from T to G. So T and G is printed first. And now from G we have to move leftwards. So now when we move leftwards, we are at the O. And now the last second of S2 and last second of S1 must be compared. So now O and A must be compared, and they both are vowels. So the condition is satisfied. So we are printing OA because we are moving from down to up. We traveled from up to down, TG, and after that we have moved left, and then now we are moving upwards. So O to A. Now we are at A. We have to move leftwards. So now we are at the character C. We have to compare the first character of S1 and the first character of S2. So C and D, they both are consonants. So again we are moving from up to down. So CD is printed. So this is how our first output is formed. Let us now see our sample input 2. So for this input strings S1 and S2, this is our expected output. So let us see how this particular string is formed. The first condition given, we have to start from the last. So we are starting from K, and then we are comparing both the characters at the same position in the strings S1 and S2. So K is compared with J, and both are consonants. So they are printed. And now we are at J. We have to move leftwards in S2. So from J we are moving to H. Now H is compared with C. Again both are consonants. So we are printing them. Now we are at C. Again we have to move leftwards. Here A is compared with G. Here A is vowel and G is not a vowel. The condition given in the question is either both must be vowels or both must be consonants. They must not be of different types. But here they both are of different types. So A is a vowel and G is a consonant. So we are not going to print this G. From A we are going to move leftwards. We are going to R. Before moving to R we have to print A. So now we are at R. Now we have to compare R with E. So again E is a vowel and R is a consonant. So we should not travel either up or down. We have to move leftwards. So we are printing R, and then again I am going to L. So now L is compared with F. Both are consonants. So LF is printed. Now we are here. We have just avoided printing this E and G. And now we have reached this F. From this F we have to move leftwards. So now when we move leftwards, the character is D. The D is compared with L. Both are consonants. So DL. Now we are at this position. Again we have to move leftwards. So I and C. So I is a vowel and C is a consonant. So we are printing I and then moving leftwards. So K and A. Again K is a consonant and A is a vowel. So we have to print K and then move leftwards. Finally S and B. Both are consonants. So we are printing SB. So this is how the output is obtained. Now let us see how to implement a logic for this. So first I have declared two character arrays named S1 and S2, and in the next line I have accepted the values of S1 and S2 in string format. And then I have declared a variable c and set its value initially to 0. We would be using this variable c to determine whether we have to print the characters from up to down direction or down to up direction. And using a for loop, we are traveling from the last character to the first character of the string. And here I am using string length of s1. We can also use s2 because it is given in the question that the length of both the strings would be same. So while traveling, in every iteration we are checking that whether the characters present at the same position in both the string is either both vowels or both consonants. Using this function is vowel. This function is vowel is a user defined function which I have defined here. So this function accepts a character in its arguments, and in the first line it converts the character into its lowercase and checks whether if the character is equal to any of the following A, E, I, O or U, and if it is so, the function returns 1, or else the function returns 0. So this is how this function is vowel works. So as per the question, if both the characters in the string S1 and S2 are either vowels or consonants at the particular position, we have to move either up or down. So we are checking that condition using the function is vowel. So if both are vowel or if both are not vowel, then we have to move either up or down. So we would be using the value of c to move either up or down. If the value of c mod 2 is equal to 0, then we would be moving from up to down. And whenever this if condition is satisfied, we would be incrementing the value of c, because if in a particular iteration it moves from up to down, in the next iteration we have to move from down to up. So in order to do that, we are incrementing the value of c. So when the value of c is incremented, this condition would be failed, and then we would be printing from down to up. That is, this condition would be executed. So here we can see that first we are printing s2 and then s1, but here we are printing s1 and s2. So this would move from up to down and this would move from down to up. But there were also cases like one character is vowel and one character is consonant. So we would be printing those characters in this else condition. Again, here also we would be using the value of c. We would only be printing the character at the particular string. So if value of c mod 2 is equal to 0, we would be printing s1 of I, or else we would be printing s2 of I. And here we are not incrementing the value of c, because if the value of c is incremented, the directions would change. When only one character is printed, the direction must not be changed. So we are not incrementing the value of c here. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Let us check whether this program works or not. So for the sample input 1, our expected output is here, TGOACD. So we are also getting TGOACD. So now I have given the sample input 2, and this is our expected output for sample input 2. So we are also getting the same value. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.